Antarctica is one of these destinations that it's really difficult to try and sell it to somebody or try and explain what it's like to travel to Antarctica. You know, I've been to Antarctica about 66 times, and every single time that I've gone there, I've experienced it differently. You know, when you travel together as a couple, you will experience it differently. A husband and a wife team, partners traveling together, nothing can prepare you for the first time that you see that iceberg, or when you set foot amongst a chinstrap penguin colony of 60,000 birds on a beach. It is such a special destination. With Silversea Expeditions, we operate our 10-day, 12-day and 18-day voyages, starting every single year towards the middle of November, going through until the beginning of March. We won't ever start earlier than November, and we will never start an expedition at the beginning of March. Our expeditions will always end the first few days of March. And the reason for that is that before that and after that, there's hardly anything in Antarctica. And it's such an intense short summer season. Now these days there are quite a few companies out there that will advertise rather inexpensive voyages to Antarctica in October, beginning of November, end of March. And there's a reason why these voyages are cheap, because you really are not going to see anything. Antarctica is a very special place for the reason that animals congregate in masses between December and the end of February. You know, they have to arrive, they have to mate, they have to lay their eggs, the penguins, they have to fledge, they have to grow up, and then they have to leave the nest and the area where they were born, all in this period of maybe 6 weeks. You know, the idea of going to Antarctica is so unique. It's something that I think most people dream of, and very few people actually get to realize. It is such a special opportunity that we have with expedition ships to go to Antarctica, and now with expedition ships since the late 1960s, we can travel in relative comfort, and with Silversea Expeditions in extreme comfort. Once we are there, we are very, very busy. We try and get our guests off the ship as often as possible. That is what we are there for. We are very passionate about Antarctica. We're very passionate about expedition travel. So therefore, it's not uncommon for us to do a landing in South Georgia at 4 o'clock in the morning to go watch the sunrise with 500,000 king penguins on the beaches of Salisbury Plain, or to do a very quick Zodiac Cruise after dinner at 9 o'clock at night around Planu Island to see the iceberg graveyards just outside the Lemaire Channel, or just staying up on deck and watching the sunset for a very brief period of time between 2 o'clock in the morning and 3 o'clock in the morning. These are experiences that I cannot describe. It is something that you have to experience. Being out on a Zodiac and being right next to a humpback whale. There's something very humbling when a humpback whale, an animal of 40 tons, comes straight up to your Zodiac and spy hop and put her head out of the water and gently nudging her calf towards the Zodiac as if to show the calf the humans. And all of a sudden we are becoming the tourist attraction for the animals. You know, there is just so much wildlife down there, from leopard seals, humpback whales, to the different kind of penguin species that we get to see. Chinstrap, gentoo, Adelie penguins down in Antarctica. Up in South Georgia, the king penguins, macaroni penguins, and the rockhopper penguins that we get to see in the Falklands. You do not have to be in top physical shape to go to Antarctica. There's maybe this misconception that to travel to Antarctica you need to be very, very fit. You can do as much as you want or as little as you want. You know, just by going in a Zodiac to the landing site, you will have a unique experience. Just sitting at the landing site, there's already so much to see and do. Or just enjoying the view from your suite or one of the public rooms in Silver Explorer or Silver Cloud, you will never ever be bored, not for 1 second. One of our favorite things to do with our ships is to stick them into the ice and drop the gangway straight onto the ice and walk from the ship onto the sea ice. Absolutely unique experience, and this you can only do when you have ships that have got an ice rating. We also visit places like Deception Island, where you have a caldera volcanic caldera that we sail into with the ship, and you can still see the geothermal activity with the steam rising out of these black volcanic beaches, and it's also a great opportunity to go for a polar plunge. On our voyages, our longer voyages that visit the Falklands as well as South Georgia, we get to see all the penguin species that this region has to offer. We also get to learn about the explorers such as Scott, Amundsen, and of course Shackleton, that have set out from South Georgia down towards Antarctica in search of fame, glory. Some of them failed, some of them succeeded. We explore the same areas that these men did. And again, if you think about what we are seeing in Antarctica, it's exactly what these men saw 100 years ago and 150 years ago when they first got to these continents. There's the same incredible wildlife, incredible scenery, incredibly changing weather conditions. But we now do it in the safety and in the comfort of Silver Explorer and Silver Cloud.